Hey everyone, I hope you guys are doing well. This is the last war of the season. I don't think I'm gonna post the rest of the wars just because I can't be bothered, and just in general, there's some things in life that I'm dealing with. So yeah, just don't have the time or the availability or anything really. Here I hold block immediately after my combo, and she still throws the yellow one, which is kind of annoying. Um, and I also get why she would do that because, yeah, what the hell was that right there? She hit my block and it just didn't hit me. But yeah, she's gonna be trigger happy because, you know, the sleep is, uh, what's it called? How she can hit me, whatever. That was a little bit annoying, but not a big deal. I think at this point just push 12-3 so that I can finish the fight. I don't want to take any more damage and unnecessarily have to heal. It's definitely not a fight that I would have died to in any way, but it's just one annoying AI, I guess. The next fight here is the Nova, and there's really nothing to say about him. I didn't play it as well as you can. In my duels, you can heavy counter his L1 in heavy, but I guess it's not consistent. So, yeah, that's on me. Other than that, there's not much to say to this fight. The reason why I probably felt so bad about having 2 deaths this season is because the season before I had 82-0, which is perhaps one of my best seasons ever, at least in a qualitative measure, not quantitative, because quantitatively I might have had, I think, a better one in the past, but maybe that one might have been less boss fights and less, difficulty wise, overall at least. I made a dumb mistake there where I thought I parried and he punished me for it. But other than that, this fight is really easy and there's nothing to say. And I do plan on building my streak back up. It ended at around 160 something. And then here's where I'm using units to buy the big potions because I know I don't want to item out or anything like that. And I know I have a big war. I think, assigned 9 fights or something. And I couldn't take the last one because I was blocked off, and then I wasn't free the next day because of some certain things. So here we have Shuri. She has some really annoying block penetration and unavoidable block damage just because of how she works. I think what I did is just throw the L1 as my knockdown, and then once she's down I have the protection gone and I can attack her freely. I'm doing some good damage, but she's very tanky and she's a 7-star, and I think she was rank 3. Yeah, some of my hits are not even critting because of how tanky she is, even though I have the precisions. Here I'm trying to get her to bait a special, but she's waiting until my precisions fall to use one, of course. Here she does finally use one. I missed the deck somehow. That's on me. Here I use the L2, some pretty decent damage. Protection is down, combo's hitting pretty nicely. And then I try to bait a special again. I think I could have just thrown the L1 to finish it, but I want to be safe. Yeah, I've lost a lot of health. Once was actually taking a hit, and then the rest was just block damage. So yeah, that wasn't good. Now I have to heal again with units. I just bought the two, and I think I used both. Yeah, and then here we have Adam. This Adam is really easy, nothing to say here. He doesn't benefit. Just throw L2, or you can use L3 or 1, whatever you want to do. He's going to go down easily. Here is an Onslaught, which is a really difficult fight this season, regardless of how tough he is on his base. But on top of all that, we have the Daunted tactic on him. The Crush tactic on him. And you're going to be rooted during his specials. You're going to take more damage because of the tactic. And yeah, it's a lot. So the goal here is to use a power start boost, which I did, and push him to L1, then dex it, and use my own L3. I did a lot of practice for this. Boom, all those nailed, and then I think in my practice I was able to parry the last hit, but then in the actual fight I couldn't, and that's because his last hit has two hits. So even though I parried the first one, I got hit by the second part, and that's what sort of brought my health down. I should have dexed it. But according to the tactic, you can parry the unblockable hits. Here he's getting a lot of prowess, so it's a good thing that I dex the whole thing out. As you can see, that the dex plus being rooted is pretty difficult. Here he's gaining 7-8 prowess, hitting my block, not using heavies. Finally uses it at 9 prowess. The block damage is adding up. He turns off willpower as well, so there's that. I get no crits on the L1. I'm pretty sure he's running max Nefti. And then here, I'm trying to get him to heavy so that I can reset the Fury node to get my Fury back. He throws the L1 unexpectedly. I end up missing the dex and eating it. The Heimdall doesn't proc because of, I think, assassins. It could be a different reason. I think I should have heavy there and then attack later. And I also think I should have let my immortality fall before I use it. But yeah, there's a few things I could have tweaked there. Also using max recoil instead, since I'm using the L3. Yeah, the fight didn't go as planned, and he just got me at the really end. I was hard blocking, and he still used the special with like the slightest opening, which is a little bit annoying. I didn't expect it, and I did end up eating it. So yeah, it's unfortunate. Here I used the team heals instead of buying more. And then I just go back to finish him off. I think one more heavy would do it. So yeah, I was really feeling not that great with this performance, I guess. I was hoping he wouldn't do the same thing again where he built a bunch of prowess and kept hitting my block. But yeah, we got him down now. This is my second death of the season, and this is also why I'm uploading this war. I don't want to hide any deaths or whatever. Yeah, now I'm gonna buy some energy with units, and I think I have to buy 2 of them because I have another fight after this as well. So this is a rank 3 mantis. A rank 3 silk. I use the pre-fight to get extra damage. I exit out to make sure it's on, which something should always do. And then yeah, I was pretty pretty nervous going into this because it's not a fight that you might normally send Herc for, but trust me, it works. What you don't want to do, like from her AI, what I learned is she wants to throw her specials when she's cornered. So if you don't corner her, she most likely won't into your block. If you're standing open, obviously she will. But if you're holding block, she won't throw it unless she's cornered. So that was my goal the entire fight, and also managing bubble shield. That's also really important to manage bubble shield. So parry heavy until she's above L1, and once she is, I'm just hard blocking, reparrying, and yeah, definitely hard blocking. Don't open like here. If you leave even a single opening, she's definitely gonna throw it. And that's also why I have the Odin protection, because it allows me to not instantly die to her special, because I can partially dex it, and I also can full dex it like semi-reliably but not fully. So in that case, I would dex most of it, and then I would tank the rest with the protection boost. And then as you can see, the L3 does a lot of damage and she's just gone. And even if she did throw the special, I had the indestructible to tank it from my L3. But then my last fight here is the Rintra. I don't know what he was doing here, but it's a really easy fight for anyone, I would say, like any champ, unless you're using like Hulkling, obviously. Yeah, so I use the L4 pot here because I only have one more fight, which is the boss, and I don't think I'll lose any health here. I don't even think I used a grade, did I? If anything, maybe a region boost. Yeah, this fight was really easy. You just want to parry heavy. You can use the Infuriate to get him to cooperate. If he doesn't, don't use any specials besides your L3 because you don't want to trigger your buffs. And he's also super tanky, so they wouldn't do much on him anyways. And only 4 heavies is already down to like 70 something %. You could use like a Spidey here if you needed. You could use many science champs. You could use cosmic champs. You could use whatever you want. Rintra doesn't really do anything besides like fight time maybe. But yeah, that's pretty much all there is to this war. I had a Titania boss with Herc as well, but the player that was assigned I-Bomb was sleeping, and I didn't want to have him take the fight at an unideal time because I don't want him to die due to, you know, time zones or whatever. And in the morning I was not available, and since this war was free, you know, Nefti wasn't trying, they already locked top 10. I just said someone else could take the boss. I think Finn took it and he did really good, so good job to him. I finished at 75-2. I could have finished at around 80-2, but there was a war where I just had some things in life going on, so I didn't want to take a big war. Thanks for watching, and hope you have a good one. If you have any questions in specific, feel free to leave a comment.